Hello guys, so let's now move ahead and understand about some more properties of CSS like background property and height and width property of CSS. So in background property we have some properties like background color, background image, background repeat and background attachment that we must know in order to gain a better understanding of background. Okay, so let's start. So first of all, I have taken this basic boilerplate code and I have created a h1 tag which contains the text as colors tutorial. So and in the next one, so let me change the h1 to background tutorial so that it makes more sense. So and in the next one we have a simple paragraph where the id is given as first head. Okay, or let's give it as first para. So okay, this is done. Till now I have not written any CSS, so let's start doing that. So first of all, we are going to take height and width. So what is meant by height and what is width and how can we set its value? So let's go to CSS, and so first of all what I am going to do is I am going to right now my page is looking something like this, no CSS applied. So what I am going to do is I am going to set its height. So height as 200 pixel. Next is width as 50%. So it will take 50% of the screen. Okay, and next that one that we want to apply is background color. Okay, so that it will be more visible to us. So I'm going to keep it as powder blue. Let's save this and see if there are some changes or not. I'm going to refresh the page. So right now you can see that background color is applied and 50% of the width is applied. Right now you can see that width is not 50%. This is the actual width, but I have zoomed in the screen so that you can see it clearly. So that is why it is looking a little bit larger. Okay, so we have set the background color and we have also set the height and width of this paragraph. So you can see the height is according to our values 200 pixel and width is 50% of its page. Now let's move on to the different properties of background. So first of all, we have already set the background color property, that is powder blue. So you can see that the background color is now powder blue color. So let us now see the next property of background, that is background image. So suppose if we have to set the background image, then we have to select this property, and here we need to mention the URL of the image that we need to apply. So for that we need an image URL. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this image and I'm going to copy the URL for it, and here I'm going to mention the URL. So once I paste it and I save this, let's see how it is looking in the browser. So I have refreshed it. So right now you can see that there are a lot of images that are being loaded, right? So how can we stop these things or stop this behavior of repeating the images? This brings us to the next property, which is background repeat. So background repeat. So this is the property name, and what we need to do is if we don't want this image to be repeated again and again, what we can mention, no repeat. Once I save this, you can see after refreshing it will not be repeated. Okay, so in this way it is showing only once. Now there can be other requirements also according to your project. Suppose if you don't want it, if you want it to be repeated in only one specific direction, that is y direction or x axis, so how can you do it? So what you can do is you can mention repeat x. So once you do this, and it will only be repeated in the x axis in this way, and if you change x to y, it will be repeated in y direction. So I hope now you have got the understanding of these different properties. Apart from this, there is another property called as background attachment. Okay, so this is the property background attachment. Okay, so this property, it has different values like fixed, scroll. Let me show you how does this work. So we have this kind of background attachment property. Okay, you can see here the value is fixed and value is scroll. It has different values. So let's see how this works. So here we have the value as background attachment, value as fixed. So how does this behave is, even when we scroll the page, the background image will not scroll. Okay, and once we set the value of background attachment as a scroll, when we scroll the page, the background image will also scroll. So this is the main use of background attachment. So with this we have completed all the different properties of background, like background color, image, repeat and attachment. Also we have seen how to set the height and width of a image or background or any element in CSS. So with this we have come to an end of this video. If just in case if you have any doubts, let me know in the comment section, and if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching the video.